Do you recall in that interview
Crazy.
a period of time where the detective left the room and you were speaking with your girlfriend and you told her that you knew who shot A?
I never saw nobody. I never saw who shot at me. If I saw who shot at me, I would never told the police who shot at me.
There's a lot of background we got to give you guys on this topic because I want to make sure you don't miss some of the connections here. But most recently, right here in Atlanta, there was a young man that was unfortunately shot and killed just in the street. And the thing that is interesting about this is someone who is related or has a relationship or is close to Lil Woody. I guess you could call him an associate. Not only that, but this could possibly be the person who Lil Woody said shot at him while he was in his car with his daughter and his baby mama. So check this out. This is a story from 11 Alive over on YouTube.
Yes. Roughly 30 minutes after that scene, another fatal shooting, this one in Southwest Atlanta at an apartment on Peyton Place, just off Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. Officers say they found a 31-year-old man shot several times inside an apartment. He was already declared dead. Atlanta police are not giving us many details tonight, but they say this shooting stemmed from a fight outside. No word, though, on what led to the gunfire or the search for a suspect.
All right, so that's everything that went down. Short, sweet, to the point. Now we're going to give you guys a little bit more of the background of the person who was shot and killed and what their relationship is to Lil Woody. All right, so shout out to the Paralegal Institute of Washington, D.C. They did a great job of making these connections and breaking it down.
8th to Saturday, June 29th, resulted in one person losing his life.
Junior Drive. Officers say they found a 31-year-old man shot several times inside an apartment. He was already declared dead. Atlanta police are not giving us many details tonight, but they say this shooting stemmed from a fight outside. No word, though, on what led to the gunfire or the search for a suspect.
Apparently, the victim was someone close to YSL Trial witness Woody Copeland.
Police are investigating a death in Southwest Atlanta. Happened early this morning at an apartment complex. Channel 2's Brian Mims is live on Peyton Place. Brian, police say the shot was fired from outside of the apartment.
Oh, man. And here's Lil Woody. Some of the things that he's saying on his Instagram. Y'all can see him here on the screen. I'm not going to pause it and go through all of them. But the person that's being alleged that this is Lil Tay, or we'll just call him Tay. Now, who is Tay? Tay has been mentioned by Lil Woody throughout this entire case. When it comes to his relationship between Lil Woody and his baby mama, because there may have been something going on there. As y'all may have seen, we mentioned in the videos, the police asked Lil Woody when he was in interrogation with his baby mama if anybody had come to the house, if Lil Woody had any issues with anyone who may have wanted to shoot at him. And of course they asked the baby mama and she's like, well, no, nobody had been in the house that had any issues. Lil Woody looks at her. He says, oh, well, that's not true. There was somebody who was in the house. And she said, oh yeah, Tay. And this is a person who was just recently shot and killed. So it's very interesting that this is the person that it happened to, but there's more going on in the background here too. Check this out.
Happened early this morning at an apartment complex. Channel 2's Brian Mims is live on Peyton Place. Brian, police say the shot was fired from outside of the apartment.
Exactly. There is a big police presence here at Peyton Place, just off Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. You can see the officers still on the scene after more than 3 hours. The call came around 3 this morning, and when officers showed up at an apartment at 9 Peyton Place, they found a man in his early 20s who had been shot to death. It's unclear if anybody else was inside that apartment, but police say there were no other injuries. A man, again, in his early 20s, found shot to death inside an apartment at 9 Peyton Place. They do say the shots came from outside the apartment, from the street, but it's unclear if the shots were fired from a passing vehicle or whether the suspects were on foot. Police don't have any information at this point about any suspects. They have been interviewing a number of witnesses on the scene. In fact, we have seen a large crowd of people gathered at the Texaco station right across the street from this apartment complex. Investigators have been talking with these folks as well as folks inside the gas station, but right now, very little information about what led up to the shooting and little information about any suspects. Live along Peyton Place in Southwest Atlanta, Brian Mims, Channel 2 Action News, Saturday AM.
Brian, thank you.
Previous speculation was that the victim was identified as Tay, a man who Woody had previously identified as the man who shot at him. Woody later said on the stand that he did not know who shot at him.
Going back to the incident in which you, your girlfriend at the time, and your child was being shot at, do you remember seeing any of the individuals who shot at you?
I never saw no one that shot at me at that time.
Man, Woody, come on, man. Y'all know he's lying. And even if he did know, he wouldn't say it. Even if he did know, he wouldn't tell. I mean, some of y'all know how it goes. If you know who it is, you're gonna handle things yourself. You're not gonna tell the police.
Do you recall in that interview
Crazy.
a period of time where the detective left the room and you were speaking with your girlfriend and you told her that you knew who shot at you?
I never saw nobody. I never saw who shot at me. If I saw who shot at me, I would never told the police who shot at me.
Oh, see, y'all heard that? He said, if I saw who shot at me, I would never tell the police who shot at me. We all know what that means. Now Tay is gone. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do you recall in this same February 20th, 2021 interview that when the detective left the room, you said to your girlfriend, this shit not gonna work. Sit right here and be a damn snitch, so I'm gonna keep going.
Woody quotes
Do you
are
recall
crazy,
telling
man.
your girlfriend that?
I don't recall.
Okay. And then she responded, so, you're right, it'll be effect on the listener.
I'll rule the objection, sir. I'll rule, sir.
So what you're saying is, why you acting like you did?
That's
And
true. He is the snitch. He snitched
She said,
already
you should've
several
said,
times.
no, I thought you know all of them. And you said to her, I do know who it was. Do you recall telling her that?
I know that I knew the camera. I knew that I was being recorded, so I kind of knew what I was doing.
Okay.
All right, so I mean, we got to be real on this one. Obviously, Lil Woody, he's gonna do Lil Woody things, and he's gonna say, "Oh, I don't recall." What you mean? Huh? I don't know. So that's all we're gonna get from him. But these connections are just starting to add up. You combine that with all the footage we had, which I mentioned. Like I said, he's mentioned Tay before multiple times. Yes, they had a relationship. Yes, they were close, but there's no way he didn't see who it was that shot at him. And he already had some resentment towards Tay. Now, I'm not saying he's involved in anything that happened with Tay recently, rest in peace. But I mean, to say I don't believe there's any coincidences, and to see this whole situation going on with somebody that's really close to this case and close to Lil Woody, and that might possibly have been the one that fired shots at him and been messing with his baby mama. It's not like we can look past it. So y'all have to let me know what you think.